The sky turns dark. It was a normal day on Earth. People were busy with their lives, going to work, shopping, meeting friends. The sky was clear, and the sun was shining bright. Birds flew over the cities and children played in the parks. Everything felt peaceful. No one expected that everything would change in just a few moments. Suddenly, without warning, the sky began to darken. It wasn't a storm. It wasn't clouds. The darkness was different, heavier, like something massive was blocking the sunlight. People looked up, shielding their eyes, trying to see what was happening. That's when they saw it. Giant shapes moving in the sky, huge shadows stretching across the land. Massive alien ships, so big they covered entire cities, were slowly descending from the sky. Their surfaces were smooth and dark, shining with strange lights. They looked nothing like any human-made machine. People froze in fear. Cars stopped in the middle of roads. Airplanes had to make emergency landings. Everyone was staring at the sky, watching the impossible happen. Panic spread quickly. News channels interrupted their regular programs, showing live footage of the alien ships. Social media exploded with videos and photos. People were running through the streets, trying to find shelter. Military forces were alerted. Jets and helicopters were scrambled. But no one knew what to do. This wasn't an enemy they could understand. Then the alien ships sent a message. It wasn't in any human language, but somehow everyone understood it. The message was broadcasted on every device: TVs, radios, phones. The words echoed in people's minds, as if the aliens were speaking directly into their thoughts. People of Earth, you are now part of the Galactic Empire. Surrender immediately, or face total destruction. The message was cold and emotionless. It wasn't a request. It was a command. The aliens didn't come to talk or negotiate. They came to conquer. The world leaders tried to respond, but their messages were blocked. The alien ships floated above the cities, waiting for Earth's surrender. But Earth didn't respond the way the aliens expected. There was no official reply, no global surrender. The governments of Earth were silent. The aliens waited, confused by the lack of fear. They had invaded many planets before, and none had resisted. Why was Earth different? Inside the alien mothership, the commanders watched the silent planet below. They couldn't understand why the humans weren't begging for mercy. They saw the people running, the military preparing, but there was no surrender. The Empire grew impatient. Prepare to attack, the alien leader ordered. Show them our power. The alien ships charged their weapons. Bright lights glowed beneath the ships, gathering energy for a devastating strike. The people on Earth could see the lights forming, could feel the ground trembling under their feet. It felt like the end of the world. But still, Earth remained silent. Families huddled in their homes. Soldiers waited for orders. Scientists in secret underground labs worked quickly, typing codes and activating hidden systems. Unknown to the aliens, Earth had been preparing for this moment for years. Humanity had faced threats before, and they had learned to be ready for anything, even an invasion from the stars. As the alien weapons powered up, something unexpected happened. The sky flickered. A strange, invisible shield spread across the planet, like a protective dome. The alien ships fired their weapons, beams of energy shooting down toward the cities. The people braced for impact. But nothing happened. The energy beams hit the shield and disappeared, absorbed like water into sand. The alien commanders stared in shock. Their most powerful weapons had no effect. They fired again and again, but the result was the same. Earth's shield held strong. In that moment, fear shifted. It was no longer the humans who were afraid. It was the invaders. Back on Earth, a quiet confidence spread. The shield had worked. Humanity wasn't as weak as the Empire thought. But this was just the beginning. The people of Earth knew that the real battle was yet to come. The sky remained dark, but now it wasn't just a sign of fear. It was the calm before the storm. Earth was ready to fight back. And the aliens had no idea what was coming. Humanity's silence. The alien commanders were restless. Their most powerful weapons had been useless against Earth's invisible shield. They had never seen anything like it. On every planet they had conquered before, their enemies had fallen in fear, their defenses crumbled in seconds. But Earth was different. The Galactic Empire's ships hovered over the major cities, casting giant shadows over skyscrapers, mountains, and oceans. The people of Earth watched from below, waiting, but there was still no communication from their governments. No global surrender. No desperate cries for help. Just silence. Inside the alien mothership, Supreme Commander Virax paced back and forth. His sharp eyes studied the images of Earth on the holographic screens. The silence of humanity disturbed him more than any weapon could. "Why aren't they responding?" he growled. His second-in-command, a tall alien named Cathar, shook his head. "They must be afraid," Cathar replied. "They know they cannot win." But Virax wasn't convinced. He had seen fear before, and this wasn't it. There was something else, something hidden. Back on Earth, deep beneath the surface, secret bunkers buzzed with activity. In an underground military base, General Marcus Steele stood in front of a large screen, watching the alien ships above. He was a man known for his calm under pressure, but even he felt the weight of this moment. "Status update," he ordered. "The shield is holding, sir," a young officer replied. "No damage from their attacks." Steele nodded. "Good. Keep communications offline. Let them wonder." Around him, scientists and soldiers worked side by side. They had been preparing for this day for years, ever since Earth's first contact with alien life. A secret known only to the world's top leaders. The shield was just the first line of defense. Humanity had more surprises waiting. Above ground, the people of Earth were confused but hopeful. They didn't know about the secret technologies hidden beneath their feet. But as time passed and no destruction came, their fear began to fade. Whispers of resistance spread through the streets. If Earth could survive the first attack, maybe, just maybe, they could win. Meanwhile, the Galactic Empire grew more impatient. Virax slammed his fist onto the control panel, his anger boiling over. "They think they can ignore us," he roared. "Prepare the Omega Cannon. We will destroy one of their cities and force them to surrender." The Omega Cannon was the Empire's most powerful weapon, a planet destroyer. It had turned entire worlds into dust with a single shot. The alien crew quickly followed orders, charging the cannon with deadly energy. But Earth's silence wasn't weakness, it was strategy. Back in the underground base, General Steele received intel that the aliens were preparing another attack. "They're going to fire the Omega Cannon," an officer warned. Steele didn't flinch. "Let them." The officer stared at him, shocked. "Sir, trust me," Steele said calmly. "They're about to learn a lesson they'll never forget." High above, the alien ships positioned themselves over New York City. The Omega Cannon's barrel glowed with a blinding light, charging up for the devastating blast. People below held their breath, watching the sky, knowing that death could rain down at any second. And then, they'd fired. The Omega blast shot toward the city, a beam of pure destruction. But as it neared Earth's surface, something incredible happened. The shield didn't just block the energy this time, it absorbed it completely. The beam disappeared into the atmosphere, leaving the city untouched. But that wasn't the end. Suddenly, Earth's shield pulsed with a bright blue light, and the absorbed energy shot back toward the alien fleet, twice as powerful as before. The alien ships had no time to react. The energy slammed into their vessels, ripping through their armor like paper. Several ships exploded instantly, their debris falling into the ocean below. Inside the mothership, Virax watched in horror as his fleet burned in the sky. "Impossible," he whispered. "How could they?" But it was too late. The Galactic Empire had made a fatal mistake. They thought Earth was weak, but they didn't know the truth. Humanity wasn't just defending their planet. They were ready to fight back. The silence had been Earth's loudest weapon. As the sky lit up with the wreckage of alien ships, the people of Earth cheered. For the first time, they realized they had a chance. The invincible empire had been wounded, and humanity was just getting started. The battle was far from over, but now, Earth had the upper hand. And the aliens knew it. To be continued. The first strike. The wreckage of the alien fleet still burned in Earth's atmosphere. The people watched in disbelief as the sky, once darkened by massive Imperial ships, now shimmered with falling debris. The impossible had happened. Humanity had survived the Empire's most powerful weapon. But what no one knew was that Earth wasn't finished. Deep beneath the planet's surface, in a hidden command center known only to a select few, General Marcus Steele stood over a glowing console. His sharp eyes scanned the holographic display showing the crippled alien fleet. Around him, Earth's top military minds and scientists were already preparing for the next move. "They'll regroup soon," one officer warned. "We should focus on strengthening the shield." Steele shook his head. "No, it's time to show them we're not just defending. We're taking the fight to them." The room went silent. For years, humanity had feared the day an alien empire would invade. But now, with the enemy vulnerable, Earth had a chance to strike back. And they were going to seize it. "Initiate Project Skyfire," Steele commanded. Project Skyfire had been a secret even within Earth's most classified military programs. It was a fleet of advanced spacecraft, built using a mix of human engineering and reverse-engineered alien technology from past encounters the public never knew about. These ships weren't just built to defend Earth. They were designed to dominate. Across hidden bases around the globe, massive hangar doors slid open. Sleek, angular ships, shimmering with strange metallic colors, rose into the sky. Unlike anything the world had ever seen, they were faster, more agile, and more powerful than any alien vessel. The first wave of human ships shot through the atmosphere, leaving streaks of light behind them. Pilots sat in cockpits filled with unfamiliar controls, their nervousness masked by determination. They had trained for this, but now it was real. In orbit, the alien fleet was still reeling from their failed attack. Supreme Commander Virax barked orders, trying to reorganize his scattered forces. The Empire had underestimated Earth, but they still believed in their superiority. "Prepare defensive formations," Virax snarled. "We will crush their resistance." But they didn't know humanity was already coming. The first human strike was swift and brutal. Earth's ships descended upon the alien fleet like a storm. Advanced railguns and plasma cannons fired with pinpoint precision, tearing through alien armor. The Empire's ships, designed to intimidate and conquer lesser civilizations, were no match for Earth's unexpected power. In one swift attack, dozens of alien ships exploded, their remains scattering across space. The alien crews panicked. They had never faced an enemy that could outmaneuver them, let alone overpower them. On board his mothership, Virax watched in horror as his fleet fell apart. "How is this possible?" he shouted, slamming his fist against the console. They were supposed to be primitive, but Earth was no ordinary planet. For years, humanity had been quietly advancing, driven by fear of the unknown. They had reverse-engineered alien tech, developed new weapons, and created alliances in the shadows. The Empire had walked into a trap they never saw coming. Meanwhile, on the ground, the people of Earth watched the battle unfold on screens, their fear turning into hope. For the first time in history, humanity wasn't just surviving. They were winning. In space, the battle reached its peak. A squadron of Earth's ships broke through the alien lines, heading straight for the mothership. Inside, Virax realized the danger too late. "Protect the core," he ordered, but the human ships were already there. A single shot from Earth's lead ship struck the heart of the alien mothership. The explosion was massive, lighting up the darkness of space like a second sun. The shockwave rippled through the remaining alien fleet, throwing their ships into chaos. As the mothership disintegrated, Virax's final thought wasn't of defeat, it was of confusion. How could a planet like Earth do this? How could humanity rise so quickly? Back on Earth, General Steele watched as the alien mothership vanished from the screen. He allowed himself a rare, small smile. "That's just the beginning," he muttered. The first strike had been a success, but the war was far from over. The Galactic Empire wouldn't give up so easily. But now they knew one thing for sure: Earth was not to be underestimated. Humanity had drawn first blood, and they were ready for whatever came next. To be continued. Humanity Strikes Back. The wreckage of the alien mothership still drifted through space, a symbol of Earth's unexpected power. But for the people of Earth, this was just the beginning. They had won the first battle, but the war was far from over. Humanity had tasted victory, and now they were ready to push further. General Marcus Steele stood in the underground command center, staring at the holographic map of the galaxy. Red markers showed the remaining alien fleets regrouping on the edges of Earth's orbit. But Steele wasn't interested in defending anymore. It was time to take the fight to the Empire's doorstep. "We're not waiting for them to strike again," Steele announced to his team. "Prepare for an offensive. We're going after their command center." A murmur of excitement and fear spread through the room. The idea of attacking the Empire itself was unthinkable just days ago. But Earth's advanced technology and recent victories had changed everything. Humanity had the advantage, and Steele wasn't about to waste it. Project Skyfire's ships, freshly repaired and rearmed, began launching from secret bases worldwide. This time, they weren't just defending Earth. They were heading deep into space, towards the heart of the Galactic Empire. As the fleet approached the Empire's territory, the pilots prepared for the unknown. They knew they were outnumbered, but Earth's new technology gave them confidence. These ships weren't just fast and powerful. They were nearly invisible to alien sensors, thanks to cloaking tech derived from the same energy shield that had saved Earth. In the alien capital, far from Earth, the news of the mothership's destruction had caused chaos. The Galactic Senate, a group of the most powerful alien leaders, was in a state of panic. They had never faced a rebellion like this. Planets usually surrendered or were destroyed within hours, but Earth had done the impossible. High Chancellor Exelan, the political leader of the Empire, slammed his clawed hand onto the marble table of the Senate chamber. "We must respond with overwhelming force," he hissed. "They are just one planet, one insignificant world. Crush them before others think to rebel." But as the Senate debated, Earth's fleet was already on its way. Back on Earth, the world watched in suspense as news spread of humanity's counterattack. For the first time in history, humans weren't just defending their planet. They were becoming a force to reckon with in the galaxy. People gathered in front of screens, holding their breath, waiting for updates from the fleet. As Earth's ships neared the Empire's capital, they encountered the first line of alien defense, a massive armada of warships, larger than anything humanity had faced. But this time, the humans were ready. Captain Sarah Alvarez, leader of Earth's Vanguard Squadron, issued the order. "Engage cloaking. We strike hard and fast. They won't see us coming." The alien fleet floated in the darkness, unaware of the approaching threat. Suddenly, without warning, Earth's ships uncloaked and opened fire. Precision lasers and railguns tore through the alien ships' hulls before they could react. Explosions lit up the void, and in minutes, the once mighty alien armada was in disarray. Inside the alien command ship, panic spread. Admiral Clore tried to regroup his forces, but the humans were too fast, too strategic. They hit critical targets: weapon systems, engines, communication arrays, leaving the alien fleet blind and helpless. "How are they doing this?" Clore shouted, his voice filled with disbelief. They shouldn't be this advanced. But Earth's strength wasn't just in technology. It was in their will to survive. As the last of the alien defense ships were destroyed, Earth's fleet pressed on toward the Empire's capital planet. The once invincible Galactic Empire now faced the unthinkable, a direct attack on their homeworld. General Steele's voice came through the fleet's communication channel. "This is for Earth. Show them what humanity is capable of." The final battle was about to begin. To be continued. The hidden truth. As Earth's fleet sped toward the heart of the Galactic Empire, a strange sense of destiny filled the air. Humanity wasn't just fighting back. They were uncovering a story much older and deeper than anyone could have imagined. Captain Sarah Alvarez sat in the cockpit of her lead ship, staring at the alien capital planet looming ahead. It was a world of shining towers and endless space docks, pulsing with the glow of advanced technology. But something felt off. There was an ancient energy here, something beyond the Empire's sleek machines. "General Steele," Alvarez radioed back to Earth. "There's something strange about this place. It feels like we're missing part of the picture." Back in Earth's underground command center, General Marcus Steele frowned. His team had been analyzing alien data from the wrecked mothership, and what they discovered was shocking. "Sarah, we found something," Steele replied, his voice tense. "The Empire didn't just stumble upon Earth. They've known about us for centuries." Alvarez's eyes widened. "What do you mean?" Steele continued. "Earth was part of an ancient galactic civilization, long before our recorded history. But something happened. The galaxy's greatest power, an advanced race known as the Ancients, vanished. Before they disappeared, they hid their most powerful technology on Earth, knowing we would one day awaken it." A chill ran down Alvarez's spine. Humanity's rapid technological leap, their unbreakable shield, their ability to absorb and redirect energy. It all made sense now. Earth wasn't just a random target. The Galactic Empire had invaded because they feared what humanity could become. "So we were never supposed to be just another species," Alvarez whispered. "We're the heirs to the Ancients." The realization hit hard. Humanity wasn't fighting for survival anymore. They were reclaiming their rightful place in the galaxy. But the Empire knew this too. In the alien capital, High Chancellor Exeland stood in a hidden chamber deep beneath the city. The walls were covered in glowing symbols, the language of the Ancients. Exeland had spent his entire life studying them, trying to unlock their secrets. "They're getting too close," Exeland growled, his voice echoing through the chamber. "If humanity discovers the truth, our reign is over." He activated a hidden device, and a holographic map of the galaxy appeared. At its center was Earth, glowing brighter than any other world. "Initiate the Oblivion Protocol," Exeland commanded his guards. "If we can't control Earth's power, we'll destroy it, and them with it." Back in space, Alvarez and her squadron pushed forward. They had to reach the alien capital before the Empire could unleash whatever final weapon they were hiding. But as they approached, the skies above the planet shimmered. A massive energy field appeared, larger than anything Earth's fleet had ever seen. "They're trying to block us out," Alvarez muttered. "But we're not stopping now." Earth's ships powered up their weapons, preparing to break through the barrier. But just as they fired, something unexpected happened. The energy field didn't resist. Instead, it absorbed the blasts and shot them back, the same way Earth's shield had. They're using our technology against us," one pilot shouted. Alvarez's mind raced. If the Empire had learned to mimic Earth's shield, humanity's advantage was slipping away. But then she remembered Steele's words. The Ancients had left more than just technology on Earth. They had left secrets. "General," Alvarez radioed, "we need to find whatever the Ancients left behind. It's the only way to end this." Steele nodded from the command center. "We're working on it. Hold them off as long as you can." As Earth's fleet battled the Empire's forces in orbit, Steele's team dug deeper into the alien data. Hidden beneath layers of encryption, they found coordinates, not to the alien capital, but to a hidden vault on Earth itself. "This is it," Steele whispered. "The ancients' final gift." Racing against time, a specialized team was dispatched to the vault's location, deep in the heart of Antarctica, buried under miles of ice. As they drilled through the frozen layers, strange symbols began to appear, glowing faintly in the cold darkness. Back in space, Alvarez's fleet was struggling. The Empire's counterattacks were relentless, and the energy field was nearly impenetrable. "We're running out of time," Alvarez muttered, her ship shaking from a near miss. But just as hope began to fade, Steele's voice crackled through the comms. "Captain Alvarez, we found it." A surge of energy erupted from Earth, shooting into space. The Empire's energy field flickered and then collapsed entirely. The Ancients' final weapon wasn't a bomb or a shield. It was a key that unlocked humanity's full potential. As Earth's ships powered up with newfound strength, Alvarez gave the final order. "Let's finish this." To be continued. The Empire falls. The moment Earth's hidden power surged through space, everything changed. The Galactic Empire's once impenetrable energy field shattered like glass. Earth's fleet, now charged with the Ancients' technology, glowed with a brilliant otherworldly light. The tide of battle had turned. And this time, humanity wasn't holding back. Captain Sarah Alvarez felt the surge of power coursed through her ship. The controls responded faster, the weapons systems hummed with new energy, and the ship itself seemed to pulse with life. "This is it," Alvarez whispered, a determined smile crossing her face. "Time to end this." Earth's fleet moved as one, slicing through the remnants of the Empire's forces. Alien ships that once dominated the skies now crumbled under the precision and power of humanity's assault. Explosions lit up the void, each one a symbol of the Empire's fading dominance. In the heart of the alien capital, High Chancellor Exilan watched in horror as his empire fell apart. The once mighty Galactic Empire, feared across the stars, was now on the brink of annihilation. "Impossible," Exilan muttered, his voice trembling. They were supposed to be weak, insignificant. But Earth was neither of those things. Humanity had risen from the shadows of history, powered by a legacy they never knew they had. The Ancients' technology had unlocked not just their potential, but their destiny. General Marcus Steele's voice echoed through the fleet's communication channels. "Target the Imperial Command Center. We end this today." The final assault began. Earth's ships converged on the towering structure at the heart of the alien capital, the symbol of the Empire's rule. The building's defenses activated, but they were no match for the enhanced human fleet. Beam after beam of concentrated energy tore through the alien stronghold. Inside, Exilan scrambled to initiate the Oblivion Protocol, a last resort weapon designed to destroy Earth entirely. But before he could activate it, a deafening explosion rocked the chamber. The walls cracked, and debris rained from the ceiling. "No," Exilan whispered, realizing it was too late. A final powerful blast from Earth's flagship hit the command center's core. The entire structure erupted in a blinding light, and within moments, the heart of the Galactic Empire was reduced to rubble. Silence followed. For a moment, space itself seemed to hold its breath. Then, cheers erupted across Earth's fleet. The impossible had been achieved. The invincible Empire had fallen. Back on Earth, people poured into the streets, celebrating as the news spread. The world had united in fear, but now, it stood united in victory. Humanity had not only survived, they had triumphed. But the victory was bittersweet. As the dust settled, Captain Alvarez opened a secure channel to General Steele. "It's over," she said softly. "But what happens now?" Steele's face appeared on the screen, his expression serious. "Now," he replied, "we decide what kind of power we want to be. The galaxy is watching, and they're going to fear us. But fear isn't enough. We need to lead, or someone else will rise to take the Empire's place." Alvarez nodded, understanding the weight of his words. Humanity had shattered the chains of an oppressive empire, but with that power came responsibility. They had the technology, the knowledge, and the strength to shape the galaxy's future. As Earth's fleet began its journey home, the galaxy buzzed with the news. Planets that had once been under the Empire's control now looked to Earth for guidance. Some saw humanity as liberators, others as a new threat. But one thing was clear. The age of the Galactic Empire was over, and the age of humanity had begun. To be continued, a new galactic power. The dust of the fallen empire had barely settled when the galaxy began to shift. The once mighty Galactic Empire, whose shadow loomed over countless worlds, was now nothing more than a memory, a scar on the cosmos. But with its collapse came a void, and the universe hates nothing more than emptiness. Humanity stood at the center of it all. Back on Earth, the celebrations continued for days. Cities lit up in ways they never had before, and people danced in the streets, united by a victory no one had dared dream of. But beneath the joy, a question echoed through the halls of power. What comes next? General Marcus Steele knew the answer wasn't simple. Standing in the underground command center that had directed Earth's rise, he stared at the holographic map of the galaxy. Hundreds of former Empire-controlled planets now blinked in uncertainty. Some sent messages of gratitude, others of fear. A few threatened retaliation, unwilling to trade one ruler for another. Captain Sarah Alvarez's voice crackled through the comms, her fleet still patrolling the edges of Earth's atmosphere. General, we're picking up signals from across the galaxy. Some are asking for our protection. Others, they're preparing for war. Steele sighed. It was never going to be easy, Captain. Victory is just the first battle. Across the galaxy, power struggles erupted. On distant planets, old regimes tried to reclaim control while rebels sought to establish new orders. Pirate factions seized the chaos to plunder unprotected worlds. In the absence of the Empire's iron grip, the galaxy teetered on the brink of anarchy. Earth faced a choice: become the galaxy's new overlords or something different, something better. In a high-security meeting of Earth's global leaders, the debate raged. We have the technology and the power to dominate, argued one military leader. If we don't take control, someone else will. We can't risk another empire rising. But others disagreed. We fought for freedom, not to become tyrants, countered a diplomat. If we become the rulers, we're no better than the empire we destroyed. The room grew silent as General Steele stood to speak. We didn't win this war to replace one oppressor with another, he said, his voice steady. But we can't ignore our responsibility. The galaxy is looking to us, some with hope, others with fear. We need to lead by example, not by force. Steele proposed a radical idea: a galactic coalition, where free planets could unite under shared values of peace and cooperation. Earth would offer its protection and technology, but not its rule. This coalition would ensure no empire could ever rise again. The idea sparked hope in many, but it also painted a target on humanity's back. As Earth's message spread, allies and enemies emerged. Some planets eagerly joined the coalition, inspired by Earth's defiance and vision. But others saw Earth as a threat, an upstart species daring to disrupt the established order of the galaxy. In the shadows of distant stars, a new enemy watched. Far beyond the borders of the former empire, in a dark, forgotten corner of the galaxy, a powerful and ancient race stirred. They had remained hidden during the empire's reign, waiting for the right moment. Now, with the empire gone and humanity rising, they saw an opportunity. Their leader, a towering figure shrouded in darkness, stared at a hologram of Earth. They think they're the future, the figure hissed, but they're just the beginning. Let them build their coalition. When the time is right, we'll tear it apart. Back on Earth, unaware of the looming threat, humanity pushed forward. The first Galactic Coalition meeting was held on a neutral space station orbiting a newly liberated planet. Representatives from dozens of worlds gathered, their diverse forms and cultures creating a tapestry of life that had never been seen before. Captain Alvarez, now a symbol of Earth's strength and unity, addressed the assembly. "We come from different worlds, different histories, but we share a common goal, a galaxy free from tyranny. Together, we can build a future where no empire can rise to enslave us again." This is just the beginning. The chamber erupted in applause, but in the hearts of many, doubts remained. Could humanity truly lead without falling into the same traps as the Empire? Could the coalition survive the threats that lurked in the shadows? As Earth's fleet expanded and the coalition grew, one thing was certain. The galaxy had entered a new era. Humanity had proven they were more than survivors. They were leaders, warriors, and dreamers. But in the vast, dark reaches of space, the next challenge was already taking shape. The age of humanity had begun. But would it last? The end? Or is it?